Why, hello there, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Tomb Raider 2. No, no,
Welcome back. After that grueling business last year, I decided to build this assault course to hone my skills and learn some new ones. For bigger gaps, I'll need to do a running jump, back to the start.
as I was saying, yeah, the last part that I recorded was the final part of the game.
That's not right. You need to press jump and forward together for me to clear the gap.
And this part here is just a bonus part, really, which is the Manor. But since I had a bonus part in Tomb Raider, okay, Lara, come on. You're not letting me finish what I was going to say here, since I had a bonus part in Tomb Raider 1 with the inclusion of the Manor there. Thought the only fitting to do the same Tomb Raider 3 and 4. That said, it would be kind of wrong not to have the Manor in some degree. If you're doing a Let's Play, it would just be rude to fans of the game. People who have not played the game before might not be clued up that there's a Manor level in it. It is optional. And if you've played the game before, ironically, you'll need the Manor less than if you haven't, because the Manor's just all your skills. Yeah, this is part 25, and overall it's 3 parts longer than Tomb Raider 1, which is nice, because there's 3 levels more in the main game. It's sort of like managed to keep it. It would be no longer if it just been 15 levels rather than 18. And Tomb Raider 3 will be longer, because it's been 25 parts to go to Tomb Raider 2. Tomb Raider 3 should be at least 20 years. I think there'll be more, because the levels are bigger, and it's going to be a bit of a mess, that Let's Play, to be honest. But so yes, this is Croft Manor. And fine, Lara, if you say so. I've done faster times than that in the past, I thought. Damn it, she keeps talking. I don't know why I thought I forgot how much she talks to you in the Manor, you know, I mean. And there's no atmospheric soundtrack, which, I don't know, what your feelings are about that. I mean, sometimes it might be hard to have no atmospheric soundtrack at all for honing your skills, but I like what they did in Tomb Raider 3, having the atmospheric soundtrack from a level set you've been playing in the Manor. It's quite a cool touch. How many locations are there? About 4 different soundtracks you have. As well as even if you have a demo on before you play the Manor, whatever level you have the demo on, you have the soundtrack in the Manor, which I think that's quite cool. I wish I'd thought of that in Tomb Raider 2 as well, because it would give me something to vibe off. It should be noted also that I haven't really edited this video properly. It's only 30 odd minutes long, but it may need to be edited while I'm doing the commentary, which is, you'd always want that. That said, I very much doubt that I had any real bits to edit out, though if I do come across something I will stop to edit it out, obviously. I'm just so excited to finish Tomb Raider 2. When did I start it? Overall, over a month ago, so it feels like 10 centuries, but never mind. And once again, the lack of having anything to go on. There was a storm outside. It's been very windy. It seems to have calmed down now. However, despite the fact there's a pandemic and you're supposed to stay indoors, unless you have a job where you can't actually work from home, there's cars going by all the time. The buses are going by. There's someone pulling my leg. Is there actually a pandemic at all? Because You'd think it would be a lot quieter during a pandemic, and it just isn't. Or normally the street's busy anyway. Just, like I've said, move out somewhere where just a bit more peaceful than this. I think I'll be a lot happier, frankly. But I still might not be happy because of the way I am and stuff, but I'd settle for oh no. Oh no, God, oh no, that's not too bad actually. That's not worth editing out, really. I was there for a few seconds when I should have been. I don't like to leave it standing there, honestly don't, but because often when I have a level on, I go to the toilet and stuff, and she'll be standing there for 5 minutes, and you don't want to see that left in, because there's no action at all, and you don't want to see that at all, preferably, but nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Even Lara Croft is not perfect. She gets taken out in cutscenes and stuff, and locked up, and everything else just skip. And that just adds to the fun of it. Even if I dispute how fun Tomb Raider actually is, apart from the levels I enjoy, but it plays well enough, and the controls are good, and the character model is nice, good graphics for the time, and mainly enjoyable atmosphere. So, even though I prefer Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 3, and Tomb Raider 4 to it, I can acknowledge Tomb Raider 2's rather unique set of qualities, even though a lot of the qualities it has are the same, broadly speaking, as the other games. Right. You see there, You see, I don't know if I'll actually bother cutting that. It was a momentary lapse. I don't actually have any memory as to what I was doing other than doing this at the time. Because I think I actually managed to get this game done within a few days from start to finish, so I think it was all recorded at the same time. I'm so psyched to be... Given that there's no atmospheric soundtrack, it's a good idea to put her CD on. She only has one song in this game. And in the Tomb Raider 3 manner, she also only has one song. You can play it on a loop continuously. I'm not sure why you'd only have one song. Surely it'd be cooler just if she had like a mixtape of all the different songs in the levels. That would make sense actually, but she doesn't. Not that I'm complaining. So, the butler wasn't in the first game, as far as I'm aware. I know that you can have patches to haven't put in the first game, but there's no point. Since you can't lock them in the freezer. Or is there a freezer? I don't think it's that expensive, no, everything's in boxes. So this is the... You can lock them in the freezer in Tomb Raider 2 and Tomb Raider 3. I'm not sure what she's wearing. I mean, like, the outfit she's got on, it's like a combat-y type outfit, rather than the Croft Manor Sport from Tomb Raider 1. That's an outfit. I prefer the Croft Manor Sport to this brown tank top and combat trousers. Maybe it's just the colour. If it was grey, I'd say fair enough, but yes. And you know what? Even in Anniversary, the Croft Manor Sport isn't really the same as the Croft Manor Sport in the original 2. I don't think it's as flared at the bottom. So, also, I'm not sure what to make of the outfit in the Croft Manor Tomb Raider 3, because I'm not keen on that one either. I generally think that the best Croft Manor outfit is the one she has in the first game. By quite some margin as well. Right, so when you play the first game, well, this is it, you get out the water and then it's finished, but obviously this manor is a lot larger than that one. I believe I did the other one in about 15 minutes, but this one is... there's a lot more to do, so obviously it's over half an hour long. And Tomb Raider 3, it's even bigger, so there's even more to do. So I like how they kept building on it, the same general manner, so it feels authentic enough, and the upgrades do feel genuine, and not just like a rebuild entirely. So that said, if I had a mansion in real life, I don't think I'd be updating it every single year, like on such a vast scale. But that said, it's a video game, so don't take it too literally, you know. But if you had the money, I suppose. I suppose you'd do that, I suppose you would, but then again, personally, I couldn't be bothered, frankly. I mean, it would be nice, sure. Alright. I've got an atmosphere again. Can you hear me typing? Oh dear. You probably can. Oh, it's no big deal. If I was professional, you probably wouldn't be able to hear that so much. I'm like sort of professional in terms of my equipment, but sort of not at the same time. And ultimately, since I don't have the proper program for editing Let's Play videos, I'm not a professional Let's Player. In any sense of the word. It's not just the fact that I don't make money out of it, it's the fact that I don't use professional software to edit my videos. I use very basic software that I've used for about 15 years now, so... or longer, but... oh god. Right. Yes. Is Tomb Raider 3 good soundtrack over Tomb Raider 2? Well, I hope you don't hear that over the game footage, but you might. It's just for my benefit, so I've got something to bounce off on, you know. Now, you can sneak through the windows, I think. I was trying to do that here, somewhat unsuccessfully. I think it may be only be the PC version where it's possible, actually. But yeah, what they had in this manor was quite expensive at the time, so can't knock it too much. I can knock it for the ridiculous maze puzzle, though. That was very challenging indeed, and I've done it before, but it's so hard to do that you need about 100 tries, and frankly, I don't want to put too much time into trying to open the door in an optional bonus level, so I didn't actually manage to get in it this time, unfortunately. Which you could argue that I didn't explore the manor fully because I didn't manage to get the door open. But there's not much in there anyway, and most of you have played the game before, you'll probably have been in there anyway, so it's not a big deal. Just a slight disappointment, really. How many minutes have I been rambling on? 13. Not including the rambling I've just done in the previous part. Overall, it's half an hour of continuously just chattering on, but you don't care, neither do I. So because I don't really care, so it's no point commenting on it. I've got nothing better to do for several years, probably. I don't know when the coronavirus will ever end. Apparently there was a vaccine for the original strain, but there isn't for this 19 strain, so whether that's true or not, I don't know. Whether the government is just trying to do something suspect and lock us in the house and prevent us from seeing what they're doing. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on, obviously. Just know what the government tells us to know. Personally, I can appreciate the maze, but I think the timer they give on the door is a bit harsh, to be honest. I think that it should be at least twice as long, so that casual players can actually get there, like, within a couple of tries. Because honestly, unless you're one of the top Tomb Raider guys, it's not really worth trying. It really isn't. There isn't anything special in there anyway. So that's what I liked about the Tomb Raider 3 Croft Manor, is that door is much easier to open, firstly. And the way you open it is, in my view, a lot more interesting, and it eventually leads to the racetrack key, which gets you the quad bike, which, personally for me, is more of a reward, and it's not that challenging to get. But this, why does my computer keep doing that? I didn't even touch anything. It keeps minimizing the window, so I can't really see what I'm commentating on. No, I can see what I'm commentating on anyway. The light's on. All I can see is my big fat head with headphones on. But oh god! And what made it worse 7 years ago was I was doing it with my mobile phone. Is I was wearing a stupid hat on, so the moments where you see me, I've got this stupid orange fish hat on. I look like a right idiot, but never mind. See, it's not again. I didn't even touch anything. Honestly, this computer is garbage. It's garbage. And it always was. And it never really worked properly, it just worked. So, I'm sure you could. I'm looking into replacing it, obviously. I've been looking into replacing it for a good 8 months now, but I've yet to successfully manage it because I'm so stupid. But yes, I at least try to open the door and go as quickly as I can. So, oh, this be funny. And also, what makes it so much harder is she can't sprint yet. I think if she had the sprint feature in Tomb Raider 2, this would be so much easier to do. It's not funny. That said, the maze is a bit tight, so it might limit the effectiveness somewhat. There's nothing major to cut out that I've come across so far. A few bits here and there, which frankly is this. I can't even find where Sputnik is. Hello, Sputnik. How are you doing, you giant statue of the fish? This is the only game with Sputnik in it, I believe. I don't even think using the first one. So, oh, he might have been in the cutscene, but he couldn't go outside. Interact with them. That was it, yeah. But and right from the start, I called him Sputnik. I don't know why. When I first played it, I called him Sputnik. First played in the year 2000. However, when I first watched it being played, that was probably 1997. So never played it myself until the year 2000, which is 20 years ago now. By which time it was 3 years out of date. As is the way with these things, the only two of the classics we got new with Tomb Raider 4 was got it in early 2000 and came out in December 99, and Tomb Raider Chronicles, which pretty much got as soon as it came out, the year 2000. So yeah. I think at the time, I thought that Tomb Raider Chronicles was my favourite because, well, it was very short and linear and easy to do, so I thought, oh, great. Oh dear. But then as you get older and you like the technical complexity of having bigger games, then Chronicles still holds up well, of course. there are bits of it that I actually prefer to some of the other games. Like, certainly Tomb Raider 2, some levels in that aren't as enjoyable. Some of the levels of Chronicles, but there again, Chronicles is the only challenging level set as the final one. And then it goes too far in the opposite direction. Those levels are too easy, and for the final levels, they're too hard. Like what's up with that? It would have been better to have a gradually increasing difficulty level. Whoa, God. Let's see here. I paused the game for a minute, but it's unpaused and she's doing things now. Will I eventually cut that out? I don't know. I just told you. What's the matter with you? Why am I referencing the X-Files game? Don't know. Because I've let's play that in the past 2 years ago. It's one of my most enjoyable experiences, even though I sound like a clown because I was laughing every 5 seconds at every part of the game hysterically, but I enjoyed it, and that's what matters, quite frankly. But yes, I was trying to unsuccessfully get there for quite some time, and given that I know that I never managed it, it's a bit depressing because one of the times I really thought I'd done it, because I got there quite quickly, and it still shut on me, so it was at that point where I pretty much give. In fact, oh God, you know what I mean? Because how long do I actually spend trying to get there? So I do believe that this level could be quite a bit short. Do I literally spend the 14 minutes? Oh, this is going to be a bit of a shambles commentary. I've got to be honest with you there. Well, I haven't got to be, but there you go. No, I still haven't done it. Don't anywhere close to doing it. And I'm just wondering where. At what point did I give up? Yeah, this is going to be very short. Because I've just realised I spent the majority of the video trying to open that door. There generally isn't that much to do in this version than compared to Tomb Raider 3, but right. Right, okay, I feel that there may well be a bit of a cut. Well, hang on, where is it? Right, just standing there now. Oh my God, it's got back to start. What the fuck? Oh, fucking. Oh my God. Oh, you know how it is. Except the fact that, of course, you don't know. Oh, it is normal. Oh. Right, so well, I know what I need. I know I'm slurring my speech. Fucking hell, what the hell am I doing? I said that I know what to need, and fuck's sake. Right, yes, yeah. I'll cut it there. Right. We got one. Could have done 25 minutes now. From a 35 originally, and I've only got that 1 minute's commentary to do. It's not going to make much sense, frankly, but because of some of the things I'm talking about have been cut out of the video. Never mind. So yes, I give up on the trying to get that door open. It is way too tough. I've done it before in the past, in both the PlayStation version years and years ago, on the iOS version, of course. Well, not very often. and it's not very easy to do, so it's very off-putting. But I did try it for a lot longer than what you've seen. Well, I think I spent about an hour in total on it. I don't know whether I recorded all of it, but I certainly did try very hard to get that door open, and if it was a requirement, you would have had to see me do it, but that would be a different thing altogether. But I think there is a key in it that you can't open the door, get your guns in, but that's not a requirement, because this level isn't a requirement, so that's the only way I was able to get out of it, really. But yes, so I hope you've enjoyed this Let's Play, because that's pretty much it, and I'll see you again.